America has carried out the first land strike on Venezuela, and they've bombed a Venezuelan shipping port. And this isn't a one-off, this is the start of the official invasion of Venezuela, and the US said, quote, the shipping port was used to load boats up with drugs. Even the US President Trump said, quote, there was a major explosion in the dock area, but it is no longer around. Although something you need to know is that the US has kind of shifted their position on Venezuela over the last few weeks. I'm not joking when I say this, it's gone from the US saying that Venezuela is smuggling narcotics into the US, which there's a fair case for. Except now they're saying they just want Venezuela's oil. The US has actually been really quite open about the fact they're just seizing Venezuelan oil tankers and seizing the oil on board them. There isn't really any reason or legal case for the US doing this, but they are. Now it's worth knowing that these first land strikes onto this Venezuelan shipping port today come at the exact same time the US bombed another Venezuelan boat that was sailing in the Caribbean. In fact, the US has now bombed at least 30 boats sailing through the Caribbean, according to them, which have killed at least 100 people on board the boats. I will say though, there is very little evidence that a lot of these boats are actually carrying narcotics into the US. In fact, there's a lot of cases where it looks more like they're fishing boats and people are suing the US government for that, etc. That's a whole nother story. Forget the US bombing civilians on board that boat. For the first time, the US has carried out a land airstrike onto Venezuela, and they've bombed this shipping port in Venezuela today. Now, Venezuela hasn't commented on this yet, but when they do, you'll be glad you followed me for some more global news like this.